What's up, watchers of the Marvel Multiverse, and welcome back to the Marvelous Wave. Today we have some pretty disappointing news concerning Spider-Man No Way Home. However, it's not earth-shattering news as many fans seem to be taking it as. Before we continue, I do want to say minor spoilers will lay ahead in this video, so if you're not interested in being spoiled in any facet for No Way Home, click off now. But if you're interested in the Sinister Six and their lineup, continue watching this video, as we have a pretty interesting update concerning one of the members, or rather, lack thereof. Let's go ahead and get into it. One of the most iconic things about the Sinister Six lineup is, well, that there are 6 of them. Within Spider-Man Home at this point in time, only a few of them being officially confirmed, and the other members being hinted at. However, today we believe we have the entire lineup of the Sinister Six. Let's go ahead and go through the list. First off, we have Sam Raimi's Green Goblin, who was confirmed officially via the No Way Home trailer when we saw the pumpkin bomb. Reports indicate that Willem Dafoe will actually serve as the main antagonist in No Way Home, and the leader of the Sinister Five. More on that a little bit later. Next up, we have Alfred Molina as Dr. Otto Octavius, the second member of the Sinister Six that was announced for No Way Home, and the only member who we've seen in their full glory, which is not a leaked image. Next up, we have Jamie Foxx returning as Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man universe, the first member returning from the Amazing Spider-Man universe, who has indicated that he will, quote, not be blue in this one. And with us having several leaked images of the character, as well as a small appearance of his lightning in the first No Way Home trailer. Next up, we have the villain that was recently confirmed to be Sandman. Sandman as well as potentially hinted at in the No Way Home trailer, as well as officially confirmed in a brand new poster for Spider-Man No Way Home teasing the Sinister Five. And the final member of the Sinister Six that is confirmed as of now is the Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man universe. The Lizard, who many fans believe actually make an appearance in the No Way Home trailer, albeit very briefly. Again though, this may seem off as there are only 5 members of what should be the Sinister Six. The other member of the Sinister Six that was heavily rumored was also from the Amazing Spider-Man universe in the form of Paul Giamatti's Rhino. However, today it was confirmed by Daniel RPK as well as several other sources that for Spider-Man No Way Home there would only be 5 antagonists appearing, with again the primary antagonist being Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, but that there wouldn't actually be 6 members of the Sinister Six. So what exactly does this mean for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Spider-Man as a character, and more? Well, first off, there is actually apparently mentions of Rhino in Spider-Man No Way Home. However, a few of them are joke. Apparently, there's a joke between Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland's Spider-Man concerning Rhino. A lot of fans back in 2014 were disappointed with Paul Giamatti's performance as the Rhino, as well as the Rhino character entirely, as it was a pretty big departure from his comic book depiction. And it's not that big of a shock that John Watts, who of course is directing No Way Home, and Kevin Feige didn't want Paul Giamatti's Rhino to appear in No Way Home. However, again, what's interesting about the villains in No Way Home is the numbers. There are only 5 members of what should be 6 members of the Sinister Six. So why exactly is this? And what is the greater purpose behind this? Well, the answer may lay back all the way in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Originally, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 actually set up members of the Sinister Six, including Vulture, who had yet to appear in a Marvel film, Doc Ock, who was of course going to be redone, and several other members, including Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin, and of course Jamie Foxx's Electro. This idea though was eventually scrapped when Disney Marvel approached Sony with a better idea of how to introduce their Spider-Man into a Marvel Cinematic Universe that they had already established, which is how we ultimately got Spider-Man appearing in Civil War all the way back in 2016. Anyway, back to the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It wasn't actually Sony's plan to have Andrew Garfield face off against the Sinister Six in a third Amazing Spider-Man film. Instead, Sony saw even more dollar signs and wanted the Sinister Six to have their own solo movie, with Andrew Garfield facing off against another villain in Spider-Man 3. But again, they wanted to set up the Sinister Six in their own solo project beforehand, before they were ever slated to face off against Andrew's Spider-Man. So this leads into one of the biggest theories revolving around why there aren't actually 6 members of the Sinister Six in Spider-Man No Way Home from across the multiverse. That being that Sony does actually have potential movie plans for the Sinister Six in the future, and want to utilize that 6th member in their own solo film. Recently, Sony announced 2 dates in 2023 for movies, with one of them very clearly being Venom 3 or Venom vs. Spider-Man, whatever you want to call it. Another one though has been highly speculated, with many fans claiming it's either the Amazing Spider-Man 3, which I find to be unlikely, or Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire returning. Another possibility though is that this is actually the Sinister Six movie that Sony could potentially be planning. Again though, take all of this with a grain of salt as it's simply conjecture. Nothing has been confirmed at this point in time. Again, just a brief roundup of a lot of the news that we've covered. There are apparently only 5 major members of what should be the Sinister Six in Spider-Man No Way Home, with Rhino being heavily rumored as the secret 6th member of the Sinister Six across the Marvel fanbase, and corroborated by different insiders who all agree that Rhino does not actually make an appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, and is not this potential secret 6th member of the Sinister Six, which isn't actually the Sinister Six in this movie, it's the Sinister Five, with again the official lineup of villains in Spider-Man No Way Home being Green Goblin as the main antagonist, Alfred Molina returning yet again as Dr. Otto Octavius, Jamie Foxx returning as Electro, the Sandman from the Sam Raimi universe again portrayed by Thomas Hayden Church returning, and the final member of the team will in fact be the Lizard. But anyway my friends, I would love to hear what you have to think about this in the comments down below, and what does this actually indicate to you? The fact that in No Way Home apparently there are only 5 members of what should be the Sinister Six. Do you think that this is a setup for a future movie produced by Sony in their own Spider-Verse, and an interesting way to introduce a brand new story to these older villains, and to draw intrigue to a lot of their stories, setting up their own future movie down the line? Or is this simply a mistake and the team won't actually be called the Sinister Six in No Way Home? As always my friends, I would love to hear what you have to think about this in the comments down below. If you guys have been enjoying our coverage of Spider-Man No Way Home, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.